Hi, Ram fans. It's Ruby Kayser from Rams Live here talking to Rick Dennison, the Seahawks run game coordinator and senior offensive advisor. Rick is also a local Colorado legend, all-state at Rocky Mountain High School, CSU Football Hall of Fame tight end, then signed as a free agent to the Broncos and helped them win 3 AFC championships and has coached in the NFL since 1995. Coach Dennison, thank you so much for hopping on this call with me and joining Rams Live. I really appreciate it. I know you probably have the busiest weekend ever right now.
Yeah, I was pretty busy at the start of the week. We tried to work extensively before we got here, and then trying to get everything, just logistics when you get to the side of a Super Bowl makes it tough. I'm trying to wind down and make sure we're focused for the game now.
Yeah, I can imagine. And from your time at Rocky Mountain High School to CSU to now coaching in the Super Bowl, when you look at that journey, what kind of goes through your mind? Or do you even think about it in a big picture way?
Well, you do at times. Not, there's a little bit of reflection, and you start to think about all the guys you played high school football with and your coaches, how they influenced just your decisions and your play, and then working through CSU, all the guys that, the 4 years I went there and played there, the teammates of mine and coaches, and, it's been a long journey, obviously, but you really pulled a lot of things from everybody. You learn from everybody that had a chance, that you had a chance to be in contact, and that's the good thing about it. And that's what I kind of reflect on. Those coaches in the early years really kind of set me up and put me to a spot where I was ready to learn and ready to progress and certainly to love the sport. You have to really love it to keep doing it as long as I have.
Absolutely. I can totally understand. You definitely have to have that love for the game to stay in it this long. Fans in Seattle have talked about a feeling of this new era of Seahawks football. And I know I'm from the Northwest. My stepdad is a huge Seahawks fan, so I know there's been a lot more excitement in our house lately. How would you describe the heartbeat of this team and compared to previous years?
Well, I think the 12 is one really resonates. I mean, it is a total team effort every time we go out there. We've won games and all three phases have contributed between offense, defense, and special teams. There are times when, one of those three hasn't done as well as they would have liked and the other two picked them up. So I really think the 12 is one, and certainly the fans get really involved, especially there. The playoff games that we had there were tremendous, the support we got.
Yeah, that was so great to see. And the Seahawks have finished with a franchise best record and earned the NFC's #1 seed. What was the collective moment that you felt that this group truly believed that you could go all the way to the Super Bowl?
Well, I think you felt like the ball was rolling, and we lost a couple of close games, and then we won a couple of close games, made some plays along the way to help us close out games, and I think it was a process where everybody started to believe that, there was a possibility that we could have a chance to win a lot of games, and then you try not to look too far ahead. It's just the next week and focus on that opponent. And I think seeing that confidence and, the focus on just the next week ahead, that allowed us to really feel like we had a chance to win some ball games and get a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. We're definitely cheering you on Sunday. You are a CSU football alumni. Do you still follow the football team? And what is it like to see this program evolve, especially with some changes this year?
Yeah, I do. In fact, when the team came up to Seattle, I went to the Ram Walk and I went to the game, talked to some players, obviously spent some time. And then I do know Jimmy Mora from years past when he was in the NFL. Another assistant coach was son of a teammate of mine, and actually my son Trey, my youngest, has decided to play up at CSU, so he'll be attending in the fall. So yes, I follow it very closely, and I'll probably follow it even more closely now.
Wow, that's so exciting. I'm sure Ram fans will be really excited to hear that the Dennisons are returning to CSU, and we'll have to connect once you get back on campus. Thank you so much for your time, Coach, and go get them on Sunday. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Go Rams.
Go Rams.